Hello everybody, this is That Shy Guy Matt, and today we're back with yet another episode of Everything Wrong with Half-Life, Blue Shift in this case. This is a very short game, so I expect this video to be very short. Even the training room is the same as the original Half-Life, and unfortunately there will be no spray that says no sense because you can't customize the spray because there was no multiplayer. So with that said, going through the Half-Life series, picking out everything wrong, sometimes to absurd levels, sometimes to levels that just make you go, what? Just for the fun of it. Don't take it seriously, don't mash on your keyboards. What are you doing to my precious Half-Life? I'm a big fan. As you can tell, I've got crabs again. And with that said, let us just hop into Blue Shift. So we just started, and right away you see this security guard running over here. I'm assuming because he missed the train, but he just ends up standing here. What is he staring at? Did he miss the train, or... Again, this leads to my theory that everyone here is robots or aliens. Like he was programmed just to run here, then stand and stare. This makes no sense. Might I say, further on down the track, you see this little room, and it's good to see they actually do laundry. However, all they have are blue and white uniforms that are invisible apparently. And yet in here, there's different color clothes. So which is it? Do you have blue and white uniforms, or do you have color clothes? I have a feeling this is all a facade. It makes no sense. I said in the first game that I wasn't sure where they got food from, but looking here, now I know where they actually get food from. I wish I could have seen this, and I wish I could have seen tacos in the first game. It's good to know. Might I add though, there are no cashiers here. So how do these people pay for their food? It makes no sense. And here we are, going down the shaft, even though there's no wires connecting us. Again, not sure how this works. Magnets? Magic? That was my original thought. See that way up ahead? That's me. But when you look back, who is it? It's Gordon. I don't think I ever realized he was here before. Instead of complaining, I'll just say that's pretty cool. However, this guy is still parked at the sedge. Why is he still here again? I know I arrived just before Gordon does, but this guy didn't pull up until Gordon came along. So I don't know, the timeline feels off. It makes no sense. That explains why this security guard is at this door in the last game. However, my character was making knocking sounds, so it still doesn't explain why my character is a robot. So does that mean I'm a robot in this? I'm continuing where this robot left off? Strange storyline, but whatever. So upon coming here, you come to this nice little refreshment area, and hey, it's nice to see they got a couch. Apparently the security guards are cushy, end of the job because they get a whole couch in their lunch area. However, notice anything wrong? I mean, at least there's food in this section with your drink, but what do I put my food on? I don't see any plates. I don't see any silverware. So, how am I supposed to eat my food? Just with my hands? I don't know. Seems kind of dirty and nasty. It makes no sense. So we see this little guy behind the window arguing with the scientist about something, but let's look at this guy's office. Oh, he doesn't have one. He just has 2 file cabinets and a computer. Does he just crawl through the window to get inside this little space to work? What is this blank section for? Is there some secret thing back here that we don't know about? I don't know. Again, they're robots and aliens. That's what I'm thinking. This is all too fishy and weird. So now we come across this security guard who gives you your pistol, and it's very kind of him. But we run into the same issue again. How did he get inside this place? The other place, they could crawl in the window, but this? Can a security guard fit in this little tiny window? I don't know. I would not want this job if I have to squeeze through that little window every day. It just doesn't seem worth it. No thanks. So now you come across this little security area, and it's pretty cool to see they have all these monitors, except no one actually seems to work here. So is this really a security center if no one seems to work in this room? And look at these screens. They're all blank except for these big screens. And the big screens, all 3 of them just show the same exact video. So I'm kind of confused the point of this room then. Especially with nobody working here. It makes no sense. So here you come to the bathrooms, and might I say, there's a few problems in this bathroom. For starters, let's look at the water when you turn it on. The sink doesn't fill up despite having no drain. So where's this water going? Is it like magically absorbed instantly? And why doesn't this mirror have any reflection in it? Is this just a painting that's supposed to look like a mirror? Are they really that cheap down here at Black Mesa? And then in the next part of the little area, you see these towels. First of all, I mean, I know there's a shower right there, but are these really towels? These look like hard-looking boxes almost. They have the outline of towels on them, but I don't believe these are towels. I think this is all fake. This doesn't make any sense. Of course, thinking about it more, when you shower in here, where are the drains? Where does the shower water go? Again, just like with the sinks, the water apparently doesn't go anywhere. I'm guessing since everyone is a robot or an alien here, they don't actually shower. In the sink, this isn't even real water. That's why the security guard washed his hands and nothing happened. This is all just for me. Again, this is all just a facade, and it makes no sense. On a brief side note, I thought it'd be funny to show you what my decal looks like when I spray it. Security checkpoint area 9. I have no idea why that's my spray, but again, it makes no sense. So we're at where my armor and my helmet is. I'm Calhoun. You know what I'm gonna say, I've said it in the last 2 games. How do I put this on? All I have is a pair of floating hands. Okay, so people probably think my alien/robot conspiracy is kind of crazy, but I want you to take a look at what's above this elevator. What is this? Some weird lambda core? Why is that even there? How is it hanging there? What does it do? Again, this facility is so confusing. I swear there's something going on here. And to back up my views about there's something going on here, look what's in Calhoun's locker. The truth about aliens and government conspiracies. See? I think Calhoun knows what's going on. Maybe that's why we don't see him in the future games. That's the real reason, because he was kind of figuring out these people are like robots or aliens or something. I'm telling you, this makes no sense. But you come across this scientist who try to fix this panel and it blows up. Again, it makes no sense at Black Mesa. Everything's so expensive, but keeps having issues. But beyond that, let's look at what he was actually repairing. Apparently, he's repairing nothing. He's just under a panel with some in his hand that is kind of totally inside this machine. So, I don't know. Maybe he's not really a scientist. You get a degree just to stand under something and place your hand into it? I don't know. This makes no sense. Okay, so we come across this tram area, and the scientist over here tells you they're having tram issues, and it takes a while for them to come, so you might as well go a different way. Really? I have to take this ladder down here and go through here to get to wherever I'm going? There's no easier way? And why is there a ladder beneath the tram? This just seems like an accident waiting to happen. So you have to go through this little tunnel to get to where you're going, but why is it so dark? And why is all this stuff in your way? Are we sure this is a normal tunnel that people access? I mean, apparently nobody's been here in a while, or everything was blocking my path. Just saying. Okay, so we just seen G-Man cross our path on a tram going that way. But doesn't G-Man just teleport around everywhere? If he's here for Gordon and the opposing force guy, why would he even bother taking the tram? Or did he pop up on this tram just for me too? Because I'm also some kind of special person. I don't know. I just don't know why he takes transportation. It makes no sense. I didn't point it out in the first game, but why don't these trams have little safety rails right here? Especially because there's a black void beneath. I think you'd want, people to be safe. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Or maybe they assume because they're scientists, they're not going to go past this point. The security guards though, don't seem all that smart, so I'd probably put something safety here, just to be safe. Then you come across this sign for tram routes. And it's cool, it shows red route, green, blue, yellow. Though I'm not quite sure the pathing of some of these. Some of these go past each other, but like this red one ends into the green one. But more importantly, how do you know what tram to take? Is this the green? Is this the red? Is this the yellow? I see black and yellow, but then they all have black and yellow. How do I know what tram is what? Or signage. What's the point of having a map if you're not even sure which tram you're on? This makes no sense. So once you get past this area, you can come down here to this elevator. But, what if I just decided just to sit down for like half an hour? Apparently these scientists are just gonna wait. I don't know why they just wouldn't go up. It makes no sense. Well, this is your elevator from the outside. Let's look at the other elevator, right? It comes from a black void, and it goes to nothing. So why is there an elevator? Wouldn't it just go right here? It makes no sense. So the little science guy in here gets killed by an alien, but where did he go? Where did the alien go? Into this black void? It makes no sense. So you make it here after your elevator goes down about, I want to say 8 levels and crashes. Okay, well the scientist died. How did I not die? I mean, I know I have an armored vest on, but this should have killed me. Not to mention that's an awful lot of blood. Just saying. Something else I'm curious about is, why do all these boxes have just all these random parts in them? Are none of these boxes organized? Just like, would they just throw random stuff in them? I don't know. Just saying. Makes no sense. I'm also curious why this area down here is absolutely littered in boxes. More boxes. More boxes. More boxes. What is going on here? Now you come across this area with this electrified water. But if I were to walk in here, I'd have no way of knowing this is electrified normally. So in real life, if I just walked into this puddle, I'd be instantly dead. It makes no sense. So when you come to these red explosive barrels, you're supposed to destroy them to open this gate to get through. But, what if I didn't have a way to destroy them? I guess I'd just be stuck down here forever? And how do I know that's not going to blow me up? Seems like a terrible idea. Again, it makes no sense. Now when you come over here, you can go up this ladder and find a scientist. My question is, why is there a ladder that goes above all these vents? And why is it human-sized? And why is he up here? I'm assuming he's up here because of the aliens. I mean, okay, that's logical, but who installed this ladder to go on top of these vents? Why are they, it just, again, it makes no sense. So you come across this little elevator kind of thing that takes you from this spot to this spot. Why? Why not just have a pathway that goes from here to here? The amount of money they waste on useless things that they did not need, it makes no sense. And again, this seems to be a tunnel that you could drive through, and yet there's boxes everywhere. Again, this facility and boxes is just mind-blowing. Now, ignoring the black pits again, you have to do this little crane puzzle, get these elevators in the right spots to climb up here, to jump onto this ladder to get up here. But, again, you had to install 2 little weird elevator things and a control panel just to get you up here? Why not just have the ladder go all the way down here? Or maybe a little stairwell? Again, it makes no sense. So I know these are supposed to be like turbines or water wheels, but do those look like the normal kind of wheels that would be pushed by water? That is just a terrible design. Inefficient. It makes no sense. And when you come down here, you could find these little ladders that go into this, like, I'm assuming is potato water. Remember from the first video? I said Black Mesa mainly made potato products and potato water. Well, here's more of that potato water. Although this one, I'm not sure what's wrong with this potato water. Maybe this is from the bad potatoes that they just put in a separate thing? Still, why are there ladders going down here? And why is this ladder here? How do you even get to this area? There's a guardrail there. It makes no sense. And then, of course, there is yet another ladder that climbs you up there. With a guardrail in the way, might I add. Why is any of this designed like this? Why are there ladders into all kinds of nasty water? What is even the point of coming to this section then? It makes no sense. Then you come to yet another area with more ladders. And these are, this is very high up to have to climb. And of course, yet another water, and yet another ladder going into bad potato water. What? I don't understand. This makes no sense. And here's a door that seems to be a bit ajar. You can't get through it. But look what's back here. There's nothing even back here, just a black void. So what's even the point of having this little door here? It just leads to a weird little short hallway with a black void. It makes no sense. So you come across this button you have to push that brings down this elevator. So you have to go all the way out of your way just to find this button to bring down an elevator, then get all the way around to wherever you have to go to get to said elevator. I swear this is just like one giant obstacle course just to maybe give you some exercise. Or maybe, like I said, since we're all aliens and robots in this world, maybe this is just to train us. Could be. Okay, so once you go up this ladder, and after you push the button, you come to this little section. I'm kind of confused as to why this is here. For you to have to jump? And then why is there a giant steel beam in this little hallway? Again, the design and layout of this place, they just make no sense. Thank goodness for little holes in the bars in all these games, or else I'd be stuck wherever I go. And in this case, I'd just be stuck in this watery pit, the choice of either drowning or being eaten alive by one of the barnacles. Don't like it. Those options are terrible. So you come across this little section, and the little bridge falls down. So your only option is to take this overly massive pipe to over there. Again, what would happen if these pipes weren't here? Would I just go all the way back where I came from? It makes no sense. And what makes this puzzle worse is, aside from the lack of guardrails, you go through here, and it does lead to somewhere. So does that mean some people come down here normally? And that's why they built these additional platforms over here? It makes no sense. As if it wasn't bad enough that there was a black void on the bottom and on the top. Apparently these rafters, these little things, they hang from the black void. What are they even screwed into? It makes no sense. So once you make your way through all this shallow water in this room, which again makes no sense, you have to go across this water, turn on this power generator, which powers this lift. Okay, so why was the power off to this lift to begin with? And why do you have to go through a water-clogged room to get to any of this? It makes no sense. So eventually you make it to this room with that elevator. But here's something really puzzling. You could take another elevator up and down to here. What is the point of coming to this spot? Is this in case you want to end your life and go into the giant chomper looking things over there? Again, no sense. What you're actually supposed to do is put this little explosive thing down here so it goes into the chompers. Why? I don't understand. I mean, I get it blows it up so you could go through, but is that what people normally have to do to get through this little area? I mean, you could even see a ladder in the distance. So apparently this is a common passage of travel people take. Does that mean they just install new little turbine things every time somebody blows them up to get through? Why? Just why? I'm just... Blue Shift just has me so confused. It makes no sense. So, fun little fact, when you come up this access, you have these 3 guns that absolutely destroy you. However, if you could somehow make it past them, there's actually access to grenades and explosives for your MP5. So, I don't know how you're supposed to pass this, but whatever. But here you come to a little mini puzzle where you just have to simply shoot the barrel here, and it blows open the door. You know what I'm gonna say? Why? Why is everything involved blowing up stuff to access other places? Is this normally how Black Mesa works? Again, do they have to fix this door and fence every time, then add another explosive barrel here? Or is it just for emergencies you have to blow up the barrel to open the door? I don't know. It makes no sense. So when you come down this ladder, you fall all the way down here into this little oil puddle. Now, I'm not a physicist, I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty sure falling from where that ladder broke off would mean the utter destruction of your legs. I'd be stuck paralyzed down here and probably just die in a vat of oil. Just saying. They come across these little gauges. They don't actually do anything for you, the player. But what are they pointing at? I mean, like, I know yellow's close to danger and danger is red. but I can't even read what any of these are. Again, my whole theory from the first and second game, everything's written in some alien language that isn't legible to humans. So I don't even know how to read these gauges, even if you tried to train me. This makes no sense. So I just want to point out something that's really makes no sense. Why is there a ladder here? How am I going to climb this to anywhere? If I'm below, the elevator's in my way. If I'm above, the elevator's below me. What is the point of this ladder? It makes no sense. And wastes money. This is why they need a budget at Black Mesa. Now, this whole section here just involves you running around and getting absolutely decimated by aliens. Now, thankfully I have my guns with me, but in reality, I don't think my pistols would be enough to take on all these aliens. Just saying. So you come across this area where you have to blow up some explosives, because blowing up stuff is what you do as a security guard at Black Mesa, in order to pull these boxes down here to go through this human-sized shaft. Okay, now I know this isn't normally part of Black Mesa. I'm pretty sure you don't normally have to blow stuff up just to get into a vent, but what are the odds? I'm just saying, in real life, if I blew this up and the vent fell, I'd be stuck because the real life vents aren't that big. Just saying, makes no sense. And I should add, it's good that you can actually pass these little devices in your way, because there's nothing over here anyways. It's just a dead end with a wall. So, maybe they do have to travel through the vent normally. Maybe there's a ladder that goes to the human side vent. I don't know. Just saying, this whole thing makes no sense. See, now when you come down here, suddenly this room opens up to where this vent was. But this wasn't here when you look through these little cracks. None of this was here. Well, this was here. This wasn't here. The dead security guard wasn't here. So I'm just saying, it makes no sense. I don't know what's going on at Black Mesa. Rooms magically appear. Stuff magically appears where it wasn't before. So when you leave this little room, you come outside, you have to defeat a bunch of grunts. This door doesn't open, that door doesn't open. But apparently, you have to climb up to this window. Thank goodness for all these stacked tires and trash. Just saying. So when you come across this little storage room, you see these boxes. I mean, this looks like it's a lot of pop. This looks like it could be some kind of snack. And then you have this freezer truck with these aliens frozen in it. Is that the secret to their taco meat? It's not actually like chicken or beef. It's aliens? I mean, I haven't tried alien meat, but if it works on tacos, it could probably be good on anything. Just saying. When you come into here, thankfully you got a rocket truck. Unthankfully, there's a tank. Why is there an active tank sitting on that train waiting for you? And what if you didn't have rockets? Again, as always, you'd just be stuck. Again, it makes no sense. When you come to this puzzle, you have to shoot these 4 cops. What are the odds? I mean, yeah, I get it, you'd be stuck otherwise, but technically those canisters should have blown up and killed you. Just saying. So once you get into this area, you kill some grunts, and then you're supposed to rescue yet another scientist. To be honest, I would just be escaping. I don't care about these scientists. I really don't. I get there's a whole plot line, but I'd find a different way out. Forget these scientists, you're on your own. Good luck. So when you come to this part where you bring this guy, he tells you to break through the wall. Now, again, maybe because I'm a special person in Half-Life, I'm able to bust through this, but this is like drywall wood, right? Couldn't he just take a tool from here and just bust through this himself? I mean, I get he was captured, but he couldn't have done this earlier before he was captured? Just saying. So you make it to the teleportation room, and I gotta say, this guy and the other guy in the other room were already here. How did they get here? The room was sealed off. The little exit to get into here? So have they just been here for like years? I'm just saying, it makes no sense. So you teleported over here, and yet again, just like every trip to Zen in each game, what are the odds I teleported here safely? For all I know, I could have teleported 3 feet that way and down to my death. Or maybe down here to my death, or maybe in front of this plant where it would stab me. Just saying. So we're at this little point in the game, and I do have to wonder, how did they teleport all this equipment over here? Are things this big even able to teleport? And how did they even know this would work? What if you started this magical generator and it just didn't work? I mean, pretty good odds. Should also point out, I'm not actually wearing a suit, an HEV suit. I'm just a security guard. So again, how I'm surviving here, I don't know. So as you can see here, this is where Baja Blast is created. The drink by Mountain Dew. Who knew Black Mesa created it? When you reach this, you have to use this access lift to get across the room. Why? Why couldn't we just build something like that up here? Oh, in this room, where there's more Baja Blast, as you can see, one of the crates busted open and it's spilling Baja Blast. Apparently an infinite amount. To me, this is the most tragic thing about the Half-Life games. All this loss of Baja Blast. Puts a tear in one's eye. Look, a scientist using a crowbar. Maybe we all come with crowbars and I was wrong in the first game. And that was Half-Life Blue Shift. It's a very short video because it's a very short game. There wasn't a lot to find. Yeah, I actually forgot a lot about that game. I played it 3 times, I think, in my life. I totally forgot how it ended, that Calhoun escaped. Still, I'm still sticking with my theory that because most everyone at Black Mesa is robots or aliens, and Calhoun had those books on conspiracy theories and stuff, I'm thinking he didn't actually make it out. That Jeep was stopped at the end. And they were just eliminated. And that's why you never hear from Calhoun again. Just saying. Yeah, if you like this content, like, comment, subscribe. Lets me know you want to see more. Next up, I'll be working on Half-Life 2 in a few weeks, so stay tuned for everything wrong with Half-Life 2. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.